Okay, this video is about a member of my HOA. Uh, I'm still gonna be nice to her and not say her name on, on video. But what she did was she defrauded the HOA for several $1,000s, which is a felony. Or at least not she did, but at least her daughter was living in her unit at the time that this fraud occurred. And my father was the president of the HOA association at the time, and he had been for 6 years. And my father also did worked on other things, but he was the president anyways. I don't want to get into that. He's the president. He was the president of the HOA. And the way it worked is if you had damages in your unit, you would call my father, and he'd come and show up, and he'd say, okay, yeah, these damages are due to the CCNRs. It's written in there that you get the money off of that, so I'll give you the money. Or if he shows up and your toilet got flooded because you took a huge, and it just, your toilet's, water's everywhere, he's going to say, no, we're not going to replace, we're not going to do the damage because it was your negligence that caused the damage. So what happened was she basically lied. So she had some work done on her pipes in the unit, and she said, "Oh, come out, take a look at my pipes. I had some work done, and I want you to pay for it. I want the HOA to pay for it." So he comes out, he looks at her pipes, and he says, "These pipes are not in your unit. The CCNRs cover the pipes. Here's the wall. If there's something sticking out of the wall, like a pipe that's broken, the CCNRs cover that because that's in your unit, or whatever." It might have been the other way around. I don't remember how he told me it, but something where these pipes are covered by the CCNRs and these pipes are not covered by the CCNRs. You're not supposed to get it because they're not. Or I think what it was the pipe was in her unit. I don't remember what the story is, but basically, my dad looked at the pipes and said these are not not covered under the CCNRs, which are the rules of the HOA. He said the rules say that you have to fix these pipes, or whatever. Anyways, he's done this for a long time. He said, I'm not going to give you the money. And he had some work to do, so he was out of town for a while. He left out of town for 2 weeks. And what Takesh did, fuck, I said her name. I didn't mean to say her name. Oh well, it's out there. This is part of it. You reap what you sow. So, listen, if you settle this fast enough and it doesn't go on the news, they won't know your full name. But if you settle quick, you'll be fine. If you take a while, this is going to go national, and people are going to know what you did. And I'm okay with that because what you did was wrong. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you're watching this, anyways. So what happened was he went out of town for a couple of weeks, and she went over my father's head, which is the president, and she gave the expenses to Becky, who was the treasurer. I said her name too, whatever. I didn't mean that, but so she was the treasurer, and she just gave her the expense, and the treasurer just paid it. Doesn't check anything, doesn't call my dad, doesn't make any effort to validate this expenditure, which is incompetence. A treasurer should be like, what the hell is this for? What are you paying for? Did Alex say it was okay? So, what it comes down to is she committed fraud. She made the repair while he was out of town because she knew she could do it when he's out of town. He knew she couldn't do it when he was here. So she committed the fraud and stole a lot of money from the HOA. So I am now demanding, in addition to my previous settlement amount, which is the $15,000. Part of it goes to charity. About $5,000 is going to go to Doctors Without Borders, great charity, amazing charity. So part of that is going to Doctors Without Borders. Part of that is going to me. All the the settlement for the carpets and the dishwasher and then all the stuff that I've spent. Also, I'm hired a coalition of people, and they're going to get paid as well. Everyone gets paid, and then whatever leftover money we have, we're paying to charity. It's going for a good cause, and the HOA can deduct it from their expenses. The only loose ends that are still tied up, is that this isn't fair for the other units that did not partake in this decision. So as part of my settlement, I'm going to maybe request that only Becky, the units that are involved in this, only those units pay the punitive damages, because it's just not fair to make the other units pay. They weren't part of this. They didn't know any of this, and some of them had just moved in. So, the best thing that I could do is divide the punitive damages, i.e., we're about to hit 7 minutes, so I got to end this. When the punitive damages hit, we'll divide the punitive damages by however many units, and we'll subtract the innocent units, the ones that didn't have anything to do with this. And I'm willing to deduct that and have them pay, those units pay for the charities, and the innocent units not pay for them, because it's not fair to involve you guys in this. Cheers. Thanks for listening.